Evening Beats, evening, welcome back to the channel. Another night of Nordschleife action for you guys. So we're back for another evening of Ringkaff action. It's a Halloween special. I don't know. It wasn't me that made it up. Stickers available, people. Hit me up at darksmoker at googlemail.com. I will mail to you Germans, by the way. Don't worry, I will send them out there if you want them. But let me know, yeah, hit me up darksmoker at googlemail.com if you want any of those. All right, let's get ourselves in. Let's turn some sound on. Apologies for the start, no idea what was happening with the intros. It was just going, well, I don't know about that, Sir Duco. You're in the chat, you're now going to be Sudoku. All right. Not saying that word in front of your name for sure. But here we are then, another night of Ringkaff action. So it's 3-lap races here from Nordschleife and Nordschleife only. GT3 class cars. Everyone has gone for the pumpkin style livery. Look, everyone's gone a little bit orange. Well, except Pivo. Maybe Marty, maybe Joe Benson. We'll see. But yeah, they've all swapped them over to orange for a little bit of a pumpkin themed evening. So let's have a look at some of these liveries quickly. That's not what I'm doing. So same livery on for Mart, just change the colours up to orange. Oh, he's got a little scary face on the side as well. Some cobwebs. Give it that full scary feeling with pumpkins everywhere. Who else have we got? Halloween smashed onto the BMW sign on the rear window just for fun. Halloween smashed down the sides. Scary pumpkins. Pretty cool. A little orange flare around the edge of the bumpers. Oh, I think they're the only two guys out on track. So they're the only people we're going to see, unfortunately, until probably the race starts. Who have we got in the room? Whitty's in the house, good lad. So Smiling Speedster, let's see if we can mess his name up tonight. Mark's in the room, Popkind Vector, Bondo, Emmy Marcus, Old Fiction, Tor Ace Killer, Your Vator, Singularis, Whitty, Pivo, Joe Benson and Marty. Again, these two just waiting to pick a car. At the bottom there. How are we all doing anyway, alright? I hope you're all staying hydrated. So it does start with fastest driver, or the sort of cleanest driver, if you like. So if you look to the left where the drivers are, you'll see they've all got little letters assigned next to their name. The fastest of the fast is actually where the arrow is sitting over Joe Benson. He's an A plus and an S. And we've got a couple of A pluses here, ASs here as well, but it will be Joe Benson that starts at the front. And then we go from reverse grid for every race after that. Matthias, evening. From the Netherlands. Okay, all nice and fair races. Let's hope so. I'll check the stream today. Thank you very much. Joe Benson. No Halloween. Don't let him in. Ban him. You can't find any. Ban him. Kick him out. And Pivo. Where's Marty 2010 gone? There he is. He's got pumpkin. Oh, he's in a Porsche. Okay. That looks kind of orange for Maestro Tony. But now he's gone. Got the Russian Federation in here tonight. To see international lobbies. That's what we want. French, English, Germans, Finnish. Sorry, Smiling Speedster, if that's wrong. It is Finnish, I think. Some Brits. Maestro Tony, all the way from Russia. Whoa. Turkey. All right. Well, if you're in, you're in. We're about to get on with race 1 here. When I can get myself in. Okay, so I have checked the lobby settings. We have got traction control off, or we did have when I checked earlier. Damage is on heavy, which will mean a trip to the pits to get that repaired, or you just live with it for 3 laps. Get away well. Joe Benson at the front, as expected. He's got camouflage. Okay, that's as close as he could get. And the weather is set to sort of sunny now, sunny for this. Oh no, Joe Benson, what on earth happened there? Absolutely just let go on him and into the wall he went. Drops to 3rd. That was Smiling Speedster at the front. It's not quite Halloween, but it's got a theme to it with flames and stuff, I suppose. 666 Iron Maiden, Mark of the Beast and all that. Mart in the BMW then gets promoted to 2nd. Joe Benson back on track, but carrying that damage now. It's going to make him run a little bit slow very early in the race as well. Kind in 4th. See just how. He's trying to take avoiding action to try and get round. Oh my days. Porsches going into the wall all over the place. Hotkind Vectra in the wall. Emmy Marcus. Whitty, he's been in the wall front and back. Maestro Tony has only just managed to get round turn 1. He's decided he's left the room. Traction control caught him out, I think, a little bit. It is tricky getting around those first few turns off the line with all the cars there, just trying to keep the car planted without lighting the rear tyres up. Just getting around to looking at your livery as well there, Maestro, but then you left the room. So Smiling Speedster leads then. He's got a great big 2.9 second lead. He's rolling on a set of mediums for stint 1. March has gone mediums as well for stint 1. Got that 3-second deficit he's got to try and catch up with, unless he's doing a little bit of fuel saving maybe, we'll see. Joe Benson still holding that 3rd position. One of the faster drivers in the lobby, you can see just how unstable his car is there. He must have a couple of throws at that car to get it round the corner. Oh no, there's Old Fiction, the rears light up on his car and around he goes. Falling down the order. Ace Killer in 4th then, also on the medium. Joe Benson off track again there. No damage. Oh, sounds like somebody else is off track here. Oh, it's Smiling Speedster, loses the lead of the race. Where is he? He's in the wall. Oh, he's got to wait for everybody to come past him. Swings it across the track, smashes it into the wall, unfortunately. So that puts, let's get ourselves back up the front, DIA 3SP Mart into the lead of the race. 2.1 seconds. Ace Killer and Bondo have made their way past Joe Benson again with that little bit of damage. It's just slowing him down, causing that car to be a little bit wobbly coming in and out of some of these corners. And it's just catching him out. Unfortunately, losing a couple of positions. Possibly a couple more if these boys can catch up with him. So we'll be losing a couple of miles an hour down the straights. And again, the car a little bit, he's blown his tyres out already. Look at the front of those tyres, absolutely red on the front left. Softs don't like this circuit in the dry, that's for sure. They certainly don't like it in the wet. Medium's still looking good, though. Plenty of life left in those for Mart and I think everybody else on track. Nice Halloween cars. Yes, they are, Torsten. Yes, they are. Decent liveries. Ace Killer then through into that 2nd spot. So the Warp Speed liveried BMWs, 1st and 2nd at the minute. No teams, no points in this. It is all just for fun. Bondo gets a wobble on through there, loses that position back to Joe Benson. Porsche just letting go on him a little bit round there. Loses that position. He's got to try and fight to get that back. Should be able to close the gap up. Keep himself clear of Pivo and your Veta. Pivo actually just getting past your Veta again on that soft tyre. A fair amount of wear on Pivo's tyres in that Renault. Mondo back past Joe Spencer already, so maybe Joe Spencer having another little mistake there. That front tyre's absolutely gone. Look, nothing he can do going around these right-handers now. Two cars get past him. Hotkind coming up quickly as well. Singularis being pressured by Smiling Speedster. He's managed to get himself pointing in the right direction, but from first to ninth, unfortunately. Marty 2010 as well, getting it wrong early on, as did Old Fiction and Emmy Marcus and Whitty. Oh, Mark gets a swap on through there, picks it back up though. It's closed up by Ace Killer. So these two very close together. Tyres looking a little better on Mart's car. Fuel pretty much identical. Bondo trying to chase that pair of BMWs down, 3 seconds behind at the minute on that medium tyre setup. So Pivo looking like his tyres are just going to hold him out till the end of this first lap. Veta though all over him at the minute. Now can he get the slipstream coming out of this corner? Oh, he's carrying great speed around there. To the back end of Pivo very slightly. Now is he going to make the move? No, a little bit of bump drafting, so it gives Pivo, excuse the hiccups, a little bit of a nudge down the track. That does help him out as well. Allows him to pick up the slipstream of that faster car as they close up on Bondo. Bondo obviously not having his car set up quite as well as these two. So back to the front. What's going to happen here? Who's going to pit? Who's not? Mart stays out. Ace Killer stays out. Pivo in. Tyres gone. Your Veta stays out. Bondo stays out. Hotkind comes in. Oh no, he doesn't. Not yet. He doesn't. Oh, he's got himself Austin powered. What a shame. Fiction is coming in. Marty 2010 comes in. I mean, Marcus still a long way away. Is he going to come in though? What is he going to do? He is. Let me just wait for Whitty, but we'll come back to Whitty. So these two stay out then. They've pulled another half a second over your Veta. Gap up to 3.5 seconds between the top two and third. Bondo 1.4 seconds behind your Veta as well. All looking pretty good in terms of tyre wear and fuel. Singularis stays out as well, his tyres looking good. Pivo back out on the mediums for stint 2. Just trying to get used to those after a set of soft tyres. Smiling Speedster back out on a set of hard tyres, so he does make up a couple of positions in that pit stop through from 9th to 7th. That hard tyre could be well, you know, who knows what's going to happen with the second half of this race in terms of weather. As I was going to state earlier at the start of the race, but then completely forgot. First two sections broken up into 4 segments this week. First two segments saying sun, and segment 3 and 4 say random, so it could absolutely tip it down at any minute. Hotkind finds himself with a half a second penalty. He's also gone for that hard tyre for the last 2 laps as well. Fiction as well, gone hards. Emmy Marcus hards. Whitty back out, fresh set of mediums on for him. So these two neck and neck then. In it between them, kept that gap between themselves and your Veta, just lost a little bit of time to him. He's gained half a second, dragging Bondo with him. to back off the throttle. Not quite the right angle through that corner. It's caught him out a little bit, Bondo. Just a tiny bit of time to your Vater. Just about hangs on to him in terms of slipstream. He's had to back off the throttle a little bit there as well. But they are all closing back up, top four. To and from. A little bit closer than they were. Bondo's only 3.4 seconds away. Your Vater is only 2.5 seconds away from race leader. Definitely closing the gap up in that Porsche. It's two absolutely bumper to bumper then. On board with second place, chasing race leader. Starting to let go then. Mediums about had enough of this first sector. First stint, should I say. As the two Porsches of your Vater and Bondo again, just 1.3 seconds behind now. BMW, I think, a little bit heavier than the Porsche. A little bit more out on those tyres. Let's go and have a look at the Porsches. Yeah, they look a little bit better. They are all going to come in at the end of this lap though. Really, it's going to come down to fuel levels. They're all over the place really. They could all come out the pits in a totally different order than they go in, looking at the fuel levels. Right there then, Ace Killer. Nowhere for him to go through these next few turns. They've just got to stay ahead of these two Porsches long enough. Getting in and out of the pits and make up that time. They might lose when they're taking on board fuel versus the Porsches. Over the top of the hill, they're down towards the mini carousel. Those Porsches are closing up still. Pulls a little bit of time on Ace Killer, not enough to drop the toe though. They all are very similar time between them all, I think. Mart, Ace Killer, your Vater and Bondo. Solaris will be in at the end of this lap as well. Pivo stopped last lap, came out on those mediums, so won't stop. Nor will Old Fiction, nor will Marty. Hockind will stay out, Whitty will stay out. Down to 10 drivers. James Benson also leaving this one. Ace Killer then using the slipstream to get past Mart on the Dottinger straight. And then heading towards the pits then. Gets him cleanly. Oh. Solaris coming up this back straight as well. So he'll be in. 16 seconds over Pivo. I don't think that's going to be enough to keep him in front of Pivo. So tyres on for Mart. Fuel going in, doesn't need to go for a full tank, just enough to, oh sorry, this is Ace Killer we're looking at, apologies. He's got a little bit of front end damage, so it looks like he might have come into the pits either a little bit hot or maybe bump drafted a little bit too hard into the back of Mart. Also gets released now, gets out before your Vater, he also gets released, Bondo as well, so they do come out of the pits in the same order. Wow. was certainly expecting there to be a change. Singulari's still in the pits. Piwo's come in again. He's gone for a fresh set of boots. You don't need all that fuel, Piwo. Stop it. Stop it. You've only got one more lap to do. He's taken on board far too much fuel, unfortunately. Old Fiction also in this lap. Doesn't like those hard tyres, I don't think. Marty's going to stay out. Kind on the hards stays out. He's still on those mediums. So Ace Killer then back out the pits. Was holding a little bit more fuel than Mark when he came in the pits. You can see they've only just got half a tank of fuel on. That's all you need for this last lap. Mark took on a little bit more as well than he maybe needed to. Maybe do a bit of the fuel ratio, a bit of the fuel. I don't know. They have opened the gaps up a little bit. Did they all stick a set of softs on? No, they didn't. Ace Killer, what were you thinking? You better have played your cards absolutely perfectly right here. He's gone for a set of wet tyres. And it's not raining. So Mark, on a set of mediums, just cruises past him really. Ace Killer is going to throw this race away any second. Wet slip. We're not even a quarter of the way around this circuit. Maybe a third really. And, yeah, his tyres are already gone. So he's already been overtaken by your Vater. Bondo's pretty close as well. He better hope to hell it's raining on the back half of this circuit. It's all going in the bin for him. Mark still leads though, 1.8 seconds over your Vater. Both on that medium tyre for this last lap. Bondo they've got to worry about really, he's on that soft tyre, so he can push those pretty hard on this last one. Smiling Speedster left the room as well. Ace Killer, what did you do? We saw the random weather and expected rain. Unfortunately, it hasn't shown up, and that choice to stick a set of wets on at the end has absolutely devastated his chances of any kind of position here. So no podium, and he is going to get closed down by an awful lot of people. 9-10 seconds behind-ish. Those tyres will be absolutely dead over the next few corners. So Mark still leads, pulls a little bit of time over your Vater. Bondo just 2 seconds behind. Again, just got to be careful of him on that soft tyre option. It will be running a bit quicker. But it obviously will wear out a lot faster as well. Killer, look at those tyres, red as red. Pretty much at the halfway point. Singularis made up 5 seconds on him. Oh. Ace Killer, what did you do? What was going through your head when you made that choice? Is it raining where you are? Oh, you can't even stay on track anymore. 2 fronts are absolutely blown out. The rears aren't much better. So the battle for the lead gets a little bit closer. 1.4 seconds the gap. Plenty of fuel on for your Vater. Mark down to a quarter of a tank. That should do him okay. We'll see though, he might have to do a teeny tiny little bit of fuel saving. Coasts a little bit. Just keeping your Vater at arm's length. He's not picking up a toe at the minute, so if they did hit any kind of straight, he wouldn't gain an advantage. But is he going to run out of fuel? That's the question. I don't think he is. Tyres still holding up well then in this last lap. Killer opting for the wet tyre for his choice of tyre for this last lap. Very random. Took a little bit more time then to your Vater as well. Bondo has not managed to make those soft tyres work. In fact, they've gone against him. Look, he actually picked up a little bit of damage on that front end. So we just catch Mart hitting the Dottinger straight then for the last time in race 1. Your Vater nowhere near close enough to pick up a toe, 1.7 seconds back, so looking all good for Mart as long as it doesn't run out of fuel here. Look at it, very, very low. Has he got it right? That is the question. Might be out of fuel here. Your Vater closing up on him. Coasting into the last few corners, wants to save that tiny little bit of fuel just to get the throttle on coming out of this one. Oh, is he going to do it? Is he going to do it? He runs out of fuel now. Oh no, he isn't. Your Vater just gets past him right at the last second. Oh, Mart lost it. What a shame. Almost to the perfect amount. 2 corners short, maybe 3 corners short, who knows. But Bondo takes third then. Singularis comes home in 4th. Ewo takes 5th. Marty comes home in 6th. Old Fiction, it takes 7th. Well, they will. Potts has joined the room. Popkind Vectra should take 8th. Ace Killer still struggling to look at this. Just red all over. Red. Lots. Tyres gone. He's picked up a penalty as well, which he's got to serve along this back straight. Fortunately, Whitty is still a million miles away. So he's going to finish last again, unfortunately. Oh, Marty's run out of fuel. Popkind Vectra comes past and takes that position off him. Old Fiction comes home 4-6. Popkind Vectra nearly doesn't take that off him as he all back crashes into the wall around the last turn. But he does come home in 7th. Marty just ran out of fuel in almost the same place Mart did up front. So he comes home in 8th. Ace Killer should take 9th. Unfortunately, we're not going to see Whitty cross the line in race 1. Yes, Sudoku. That was not the choice to make, was it? The wets, the random weather stayed so random, it was the same. Lucky. Yeah, we don't even see Whitty anywhere near the line, unfortunately. Good win by... let's just get those... Oh, that's not what I meant to be doing. To get those results up. Yeah, it's a good win by your Vater. Just stuck with it. Managed to close that gap up a little bit. And then obviously Mart, concerned about his fuel, dropped his engine mode, coasting into some of the corners, and then just ran out as he came around that last turn. And that was enough for your Vater to keep the throttle in and take the win by just over 1/10 of a second. Amazing. So there are results then. Your Vater first, Mart 2nd, Bondo 3rd, Singularis 4th, Pivo 5th, Old Fiction 6th, Popkind in 7th, Marty in 8th, Ace Killer 9th, Whitty 10th, Emmy, Smiling, Maestro and Jose Dunuft. Oh, Whitty's still out there actually, still running. Yeah, fuel, there it is. Okay, 5 minutes until race 2 starts. It's still banana ice in the vape, if anyone's asking. And it's still honey, whiskey and coke. Alright. God, that goes down so well. even taste like alcohol. Just like honey coke with a little tiny hit to it. So, a couple of new drivers joined the lobby. Let's have a look who we got now. Smiling Speedster's back. Potter McPot has joined the lobby. The Papa Fox 2. Let me bring that mic a little bit closer again. Papa Fox 2. And yeah, everybody has normal at the minute. Potter's also picked up the orange livery. Papa Fox. It's an interesting livery on there. I don't think that's Halloween. And that one certainly isn't Old Fiction. It's Marlborough. Marlborough. That's what that one is. Josie's back. Good old Witty. Sticky with it. Doesn't matter how bad of a race he has. He always seems to stick with it. Fair play to him. Don't forget to hit that like button, people. I'm seeing none on there right now. Gonna refresh. Two, alright, I'll give you another 30 seconds. There's always a 30-second delay, Mateus, always. Yeah, there's always about a 30-second delay. From the minute I press the button, I have to wait 30 seconds before I see the stream pop up on YouTube, and that's even though it's my channel. So yeah, unfortunately, that's just the way it is. So it can be used for sort of slightly 30-second delayed information for the drivers. So that, you know, obviously I can, when I'm talking about people's tyre wear or fuel and things like that, okay, it's 30 seconds delayed, but it does give that little bit of information feed to the drivers if they want to pick it up. It's almost like team radio, but better, because it's me. And I'm not telling you anything specific because, you know, I don't know who you'd be interested in that respect, you know, to find out information from. Wets to start. Well, you know, that's your choice, Sudoku. Let's have a look at the weather, shall we? Look, sunny, look. SO1, random. Could be anything. So a minute or so before we kick off with ×9 fuel. Right, someone drew a hole in your tank. I was going to say, when people started filling up their tanks at the end of lap 2, I was kind of, hey, that's a bit much, isn't it? But no, obviously not. Does this mean you've got to pit? Oh no, because you boys did 2 laps in race 1, didn't you, with your starting fuel? But yeah, to see everyone fill up with, well, what I thought was too much fuel, but obviously not. Someone's siphoning it out as you're driving. Okay, don't even get a countdown for this one. Oof. Okay, so Potter McPot now at the front because he's a new driver, as is Papa Fox. And we'll see how everyone gets on in race 2 then. Lights go on. Pivo gets a phenomenal start in the background. Also pulls a bit of a gap over Papa Fox straight away. 1.3 seconds he pulls up. Now Fox do? New driver, not seen him in the lobby before, so we'll see. Let's have a quick look at this livery, shall we? Yeah, Halloweenish. Skulls and stuff. Kind of orange, that'll do. Pace Killer in third then, after faffing it in race one and sticking a set of wets on. Oh no, Papa Fox got that turn all wrong, backwards on track at the minute. Witty then gets dropped into third position. Hotline Vectra 4th, Marty in 5th, Piwo 6th, Old Fiction 7th, Singularis in 8th, Mart in 9th, Your Beta 10th, Bondo in 11th, Joe Benson, almost crashing it there, Joe Benson in 12th, Smiling Speedster going off road looking for the overtake. Unfortunately, a little bit too off-road and it didn't work out for him. Emmy Marcus in 14th, taking his time at the beginning of this one, instead of getting pinned in the wall. And Papa Fox, unfortunately, after that turn, what was it, turn 6, turn 7, just got it all wrong. Lit the rears up and into the wall. A little bit of front end damage he's picked up, 8.8 seconds behind Emmy at the moment. Let's see what he can do by the end of the race. So Potter, 1.4 seconds lead now then with the departure of Papa Fox. Ace Killer drops into second. Big gap back to Popkind Vectra, 4.9 seconds, a little bit of a cork in the bottle at the minute. Piwo looking for a way past him. Marty almost off track as Old Fiction looks to get past him as well. Marty, oh, he's taken out Singularis. Hasn't pulled over, that's a little bit naughty. We'd like you to pull over and give that position back if you don't mind, Marty. Clean racing, clean and fair at least, but nope. So who benefited from that? Mart, I think, managed to slot his way past Singularis, past Mart. I think Your Veta was behind him anyway, so he made up a couple of positions into 5th then Mart. Singularis in 6th, Your Veta 7th, Marty in 8th, Old Fiction in 9th. Now looking to get his way past the inside. Marty has the corner on him, but the NSX has got the pull coming out of the corner. Gets his way past into 8th then ahead of Marty. Although behind, finds himself with a 1 second penalty as well. Benson making up a position. Smiling Speedster, where are you going, Smiling Speedster? I don't know if that was you or Joe Benson actually. It was just a pair of headlights going off track. Emmy Marcus in 13th, 5.4 seconds back. Witty another 4.7 seconds back, and Papa Fox still pressing his Porsche, trying to close any gap up at the minute. Sitting in last after a big crash early on. BMWs then, still pulling time over Piwo, who's now into 3rd. 7.9 seconds the gap there. Popkind Vectra into 4th, Mart holding that 5th position. Oh, somebody has crashed. It's Potter McPot. He spun it off track, picked up a big pile of front end damage. Loses that 2nd position as well to Piwo, under threat from Popkind Vectra for that 3rd now. Not too far behind the pile of them either. Singularis and Your Veta right there with him. Vectra trying to gather that Porsche up. Nowhere for anybody to go at the minute. Ace Killer then given a little bit of breathing room with the departure of Potter McPot losing a position. Oh, he's off track again there. Kind goes through, Mark goes through. Singularis looking for a way past, as is your Vator. Your Vator on the grass. Singularis past Potter. Hangs on to the rear end of Mark then. Let's go and see where Ace Killer is. 8.3 seconds up the road. As long as he doesn't stick another set of wet tyres on, he should be okay. Anything could happen. Piro through into that second position then in the Renault. Kind in third, Martin fourth. Everybody will be picking up a toe down here. Let me get a slightly better view for you guys. See everybody? Big line of drivers. Old Fiction behind as well. Oh my god, and Marty. NSX goes screaming past. Potter goes for the move on Singularis. Oh, all sorts of crashing and banging and bump drafting and overtaking. Oh my god, chaos at the ring. I don't even know whose fault that was. There was just far too many cars all trying to drive on the same bit of tarmac. And the game said no. So Ace Killer stays out, loses a little bit of that lead to Piwo. He's also stayed out. Hockhine Vectra stays out. Mark stays out. Vader stays out. Potter stays out. Marty stays out. Singularis stays out. Old Fiction is out. Oh, he's on the hard tyre. Interesting. That could be why. Got it a little bit wrong. Emmy Marcus stays out as well. So Smiling Speeds, the Joe Benson, Bondo and Whitty all in the pips. Papa Fox just coming up to that pit lane now. Stays out. Oh, he's not got enough fuel on. It's never going to let you do that. It's never going to let you do that, Papa Fox. We'll entertain ourselves watching though. Will it let it? No, I was going to say I didn't think it was going to let you do that. It's reset you to track and it's just going to keep doing that, brother. It's just going to keep resetting you, I think. Yeah. So I can quite easily see Papa Fox leading this race. It's way too far back now. He's killing them. 5.6 seconds over this man. Tyres looking very similar. A little bit less fuel on board for Piwo. Whether that affects him by the end of the second lap, we'll have to wait and see. Hockhine in third then. Your Vader in fourth. He's managed to make his way past Mart. Mart in fifth. Marty in sixth. Pot in seventh. Pick up a big pile of damage. He's going to run out of fuel as well, I think. Singularis 8th. Old Fiction 9th. Emmy Marcus in 10th. Smiling Speedster back out the pits. Fresh set of mediums on for him. Joe Benson with a fresh set of mediums on as well. Mediums on for Bondo. Whitty on a fresh set of mediums. Papa Fox cursing. Cursing, I can imagine. Look how slow he's driving. There'll be all sorts of German curse words coming out of his mouth. I don't know any of them. So, Pivo down to a quarter of a tank, whereas Ace Killer sitting at about a third of a tank, so a little bit more on for race leader. So whether that means that Pivo's got to do a little bit of fuel saving before the end of this second lap, we'll have to wait and see. Hockhine then under all sorts of pressure now. Your Vader right up his rear end. Mark chasing the pair of them down as well. Fast section here as well. Hockhine got the inside line, but your Vader making it work. Now picks up the inside line coming through the next part of this straight. It is almost a straight. and gets his way past into third place for him then. Hotkind now fourth. Slinging that BMW into the corner, picking up a great big chunk of time on Hotkind. Hotkind sticks it in the wall though, he picks up a tiny bit of curb, unsettles that Porsche, and it just sends him into the wall. Unfortunately, I can imagine he's probably picked up a big pile of damage. Oh no, just a little bit of front wheel damage. It will slow him down a little bit still. Pot then through to 6, but again I think he's just going to run out of fuel before they even hit the Dottinger straight. Singularis, well, maybe he's good enough. Marty looking a little bit less. Same for Old Fiction, running out pretty quick. Marcus not looking too bad. Plenty of fuel on for these boys from 11 down. They've all been in the pits. Why was there yellow flags flashing? Who's off track? Nobody that I can see. Witty still ripping around here. Papa Fox still cursing in German. Gonna run out of fuel. Whatever that is in German. Mein Fuelen kaputten or something. Nein! So Ace Killer just losing a tiny bit again, corner by corner to Piwo. But he is holding on to that fuel though. Piwo looking very low. Has he got enough to get himself all the way up this Dottinger straight? Over the hill then for Ace Killer, down towards the mini carousel. Here comes Piwo again. That tank looking ever so low. I think when we saw Mart's tank in race 1, it might have even had a little bit more fuel in at this point. Tyres are absolutely dead, as are Ace Killer's. Now he is onto that long straight with plenty of fuel in the tank. Piwo, on the other hand, you'll start seeing that thing fall as he gets to full revs, full speed. Tiniest of blims will even make it up the hill. Nope, that's it. He's out of fuel, Piwo. He's got 5 seconds over your beta, but that's going to be nowhere near enough. Mart as well. Hotkind got plenty of fuel on. Ace Killer then into the pits. Your beta through into second, drops himself in the pits as well this lap. Mart into third. Pits he goes. Piwo into the pits now. Crawling in with no fuel. Hotkind's going to follow him in, as is Singularis. Pot's run out of fuel as well, down to 7th. Old Fiction is going to be right behind him, also just running out of fuel there. Marty's run out of fuel as well. Everybody getting it wrong for this one. Marcus will be in as well. He needs fuel. Jose Benson will also be in. He needs fuel, as does... Oh no, Smiling Speedster might be alright. Jose, you are never going to make it round a lap with a quarter of a tank. Under a quarter of a tank, Jose. Never in a million years. Well, you'll make it round, but at tick over speed. Smiling Speedster, on the other hand, got plenty of fuel on. So these boys all out of the pits already. Ace Killer comes out with a 12-second lead over your Veta. He holds another 4.3 seconds over Mart in third. Jose Benson in fourth, but not for too much longer with that fuel. Piwo out the pits in fifth. Fresh set of soft tyres on for him. Gone for a full tank in that Renault as well. Pot back out. Got for just over half a tank. Fresh set of softs. Oh, he's just found himself with a half a second penalty as well. Hotkind. Fresh set of softs. Plenty of fuel. Mondo stayed out on those mediums. half a tank just under. Singularis, full tank, fresh set of mediums. Old Fiction, fresh set of mediums, full tank. Marty, full tank, hard tyres again. Why would you go for hard tyres for a single lap? I don't know. Only Marcus has gone for the softs. And a pretty much full tank. And here we find Whitty, unfortunately, crawling up to the pit lane himself. Papa Fox still hanging on in there. Look at this resilience. Germans showing their form there. Ace Killer looking good on this last lap. 11.9 seconds lead. Hasn't gone for a set of wet tyres in his pit stop. Always a bonus when it's not raining. But he's not going to be happy if it rains like now, is he? Later, pressing that Porsche, trying to close that gap up. It's taken about a second out of Ace Killer, but I don't think that's anywhere near enough over the length of this track to get him back. Mark then in that third position, looking pretty safe at the minute. 5 seconds behind your beta, 12 seconds ahead of Piwo. Jose has just run out of fuel. I know that because he has just left the race. Piwo then in fourth. Popkind is still fifth. Singularis still sixth. Ultimate Pop with that little half a second penalty, still 7th. Bondo still 8th. Old Fiction in the NSX in 9th. Got Marty in 10th. Emmy Marcus in 11th. Papa Fox still rolling around. Look. Fuming. That's what he is. Ace Killer almost bins it. So he runs himself up towards the carousel. Getting clean through there. Your beta makes up another little bit of time on him. Gap at 10.2 seconds between the Porsche and the BMW in first and second. Oh, Popkind Vectra, what have you done? You two had a coming together, Singularis and Popkind. I think there might have been. We were both running a little bit slow then. Ace Killer looks like he's just taking his time a little bit. We've got a 7 second gap now. Ace Killer just doing a little bit of fuel management maybe. Mid part of this race, just save a little bit here. As long as he, whoa, that nearly ended terribly for him then. Lucky not to pick up a penalty for that one. There is your beta. Now only 6 seconds behind Ace Killer. Mart falls back a little bit further, 8.7 seconds back. Still plenty of time between him and Piwo. 10.5 second gap there. Ultimate Pot into 5th as well, so he's now 10 seconds behind Piwo, but he has got Bondo right on his rear end at the minute, and a half a second penalty to lose on that back straight. Unfortunately, I think we're going to see Papa Fox get overtaken here. There he is, still crawling up that back straight, as we see in a second the headlights of Ace Killer hit the Dottinger, followed by your Veta as Papa Fox still creeps up here at tick over speed. Ace Killer, plenty of fuel left, he can keep the throttle down now then. 179 coming down the hill, the Porsche running 2 miles an hour faster. 181, just ticking around 181 in the Porsche. Again, all down to setup in these cars. You can play with the gearbox and all that sort of stuff. Race killer then. The last couple of corners to go. Plenty of fuel to stamp the throttle coming around to this last one, and he will take the win in race 2 here, although he almost tried to take the win in race 1 but stuck wets on. Your Vater comes home in second, then Mart is just coming up to do his last couple of corners. He's going to come home and take third. There's Papa Fox just crossing the line there then. Evo will take fourth. Oh, almost loses the Renault coming around that last corner. Pot stays ahead of Bondo, even with that penalty loss. Oh, I say that as his tyres have absolutely given out at the penultimate corner. He does manage to get it back on track without a penalty and just crosses the line ahead of Bondo. Oh, Bondo ran out of fuel. Stellaris coming home in 7th then. Potkind out of fuel as well, taking 8th. Old Fiction coming home in 9th position. Emmy Marcus will take 10th. Just wait for Marty then. Not too far back. Papa Fox has already crossed the line. It's not going to let him do another lap, is it? There we go, race 2 in the bag. It was Ace Killer that took the win in that one. There are official results for race 2 then. So Ace Killer on that top spot, Your Vater in 2nd, Martin 3rd, Piwo 4th, Potter in 5th, Bondo 6th, Singularis in 7th, Potkind in 8th, Old Fiction 9th, Emmy Marcus 10th, Marty in 11th, Papa Fox 12th, Witty, Jose and Smiling Speedster DNF'd. Yeah, but there was chaos. There was chaos in the middle of that one, wasn't it? Who knows whose fault that was? It's certainly not mine. Okay, Emmy's left the room. He might be back. Have we got anyone else? Who have we got else that's joined? Nobody. No new names in the lobby tonight. Not for race 3 anyway. Not yet anyway. We've got a few minutes. Get another 2 races in for you lot tonight. Stay hydrated. So another reverse grid then for race 3. I'm refreshing for likes. Still says 2. Still says 2, damn it. 6 people watching and I'm one of them. So that means there's 5 people watching. Really, I should be having 5 likes, shouldn't I? Come on, let's get those likes up. Never going to get famous with 2 likes, eh? Check the rear spoiler of Vectra's livery that everybody has. Oh, is it? Oh, okay. All right, I will. Who's out on track? Let's go and have a look at this then. Well, that's not it, is it? All that. Is it just you 2 out? Swap. Then no, I can't. wait for somebody else to fire themselves out of the pit, but nobody's doing it at the minute. Oh, there's somebody. Let's have a goosey gander at this, shall we? How do I? That's not helping me. That's just giving me PTSD. Damn it. Can I see dark smoker on the back there? Because it's not showing up too well. Do I get a better view of it from another angle? Oh, God. No, then I don't. Was it like a smoked out dark smoker logo, I think? I'm kind of looking for a different angle, but wasn't helping me out. Is Potter McPop we're out with? I think so. Damn it. So I'll try and have a better look when the race kicks off. We've got about a minute, I think. Old fixture's not going to help us either, is he, in a Honda NSX? Cool looking bit of kit though. So we are just around the corner from race 3. Pretty good as well, the Honda. BMW not looking too bad either. DucoHeating.com for all your underfloor heating needs. Go check them out. Warp systems. So I am actually seeing a couple of new drivers join the lobby, but I don't know whether they're going to get the chance to get in. I'm seeing the countdown coming in for race 3. Killer spoiler also says dark smoker on it. Not sure. You get a decent view of it from one angle or another. There you go, that one. That's what I'll do on the Porsches. I'll have a look on the hood cam, the roof cam. Cool. That's what we want. My name spreading around the world. Okay, race 3 just about to get underway then. We will have a look at this Porsche rear spoiler. Everyone got my name on the rear spoiler, thank you very much. Okay, because Papa Fox got it all wrong in race 2, he starts from the front in race 3. Marty as well at the front, Old Fiction, followed by Parkheim Vectra, Singularis, Bondo, Potomac Pot, Piwo. Let's see then. Red lights go on. Oh, it's a false start from Papa Fox as well. He used the countdown to try and time that, but it wasn't quite right. Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, the dark smoke, the sort of grey and orange. I see it. I see it. We'll have a good look. Who we getting on board with? What camera do we want? That one. There it is. Look, dark smoker smashed on the carbon wing. Awesome. So, Old Fiction then through to the lead with that little mistake from Papa Fox. Marty through to second, Potkind into third. Papa Fox up to speed now though in fourth. Bondo in fifth, Singularis sixth, Potomac Pot in seventh, Piwo in eighth, Martin ninth, Ace Killer in 10th, Your Beta in 11th, Joe Spencer in 12th, gone for the hard tyre. Interesting choice, Whitty in 13th, already been into the wall by the looks of it. And TT Bros 78 from the United States, America, in a Beetle, but not doing too well. A little bit of damage on the front end of that thing. So Old Fiction continues to pull a bit of a lead then from Marty. 1.9 seconds. Big pile of Porsches following him down that track. Got Marty, Potkind, Papa Fox, Bondo. Who else is there? Oh, he's getting swamped by BMWs at the minute. Potter goes through. Mark's looking for a way past as well. Oh, who's that that's backwards? Marty, 2010, gets reset to track in 11th. Just cuts off the line for Joe Spencer there as well on the hards. They won't be working too well. Whitty holding on to that 13th. And TTB Ross pushing in the Beetle, but a little bit of front end damage on that thing. Oh, caught him out through there as well. So Old Fiction in the NSX, stomping his way around this circuit at the minute. 3.3, sorry, it's just going up. 3.6, 4.5. What on earth? Papa Fox. No, Papa Fox has been backwards. He was in second and now he's fallen all the way down the field. So that drops Potomac Pot into second place. There's a battle going on for third here. Mart's just squeezing that BMW through into third place. Potkind Vectra. Oh! I don't even know. It's pinned into the wall coming in that corner, into that turn, I don't know. It's from third place down to sixth though, Mark. Again, not sure what happened there. Singularis fifth, apologies. Singularis in sixth. Dark smoker on the wing. Look at that. Killer in 7th, Your Beta in 8th, Evo in that Renault in 9th, Papa Fox again, just saw that car falling down the order a second ago, down to 10th position. Two bad races for him then. Joe Spencer into 11th, Whitty in 12th, and TTTB Ross has left the room. Look at the gap here then, 11 seconds lead. NSX finding his feet here then in race 3. Potter in that second position. Honda in third. Too bad. Potter's got a little bit of damage on the front end as well, so he's going to be running that BMW a tiny bit slower than usual. Singularis in 4th, Ace Killer in 5th, Your Beta 6th, Piwo in 7th, Mark losing another position down to 8th. damage all over that car. Papa Fox makes up a position as well. He's into 9th past Potkind Vectra. And Joe Benson opting for that hard tyre. Interesting choice. He's never going to be able to do the whole race on the tank. So he's, you know, I don't know what the thinking is behind sticking a set of hard tyres on, unless you can do the full race with you know, fuel saving. Really no reason for it. Seeing drivers put it on that last lap as well. Bizarre. Okay, so everybody's taking Martin out again then, by the looks of it. He drops down to 11th. James Benson past him now. Look at the gap. Look at the gap that Old Fiction's got. 17 points. Well, what, 17.1, 17.2. Big pile of orange cars here then from second back. Ultimate Pot leading this little pile. Bondo's right there with him. Singularis and Ace Killer and Your Vater all closing up. Eeyore as well, bolting himself onto the back end of that German train. See if Piwo's got my no. Piwo. Okay, manoeuvres happening up front. Old Fiction's dropped himself into the pits. 3 wide as we brow the hill. Excuse me. Just about getting that thing stopped. Some drivers in, some drivers stay out. Ultimate Pot drops himself in. Piwo. That's not the pits, Piwo. I don't know what Piwo's doing. Okay, so with Potter's departure, Bondo leads the race then. Chased by Ace Killer in that BMW in second. Your Vater stayed out as well in third. Singularis now in fourth. He also stayed out. Joe Benson stayed out on that hard tyre. Old Fiction has just come out of the pits also on the hard tyre. He has got 2 laps to do. But still, I probably would have opted for a medium tyre myself. Papa Fox. Papa Fox, he's going to do it again. He's got tyres, but not enough fuel, unfortunately. Took the Pot then back out the pits. Fresh set of mediums on full tank, so he'll be looking to run the rest of the race. Potkind Vectra just leaving the pits now himself. Fresh set of hards, full tank. Piwo down in 10th position. Not sure what's happening with Piwo. He's just parked over at the side of the track. Whitty in the pits now himself. So all about Bondo at the minute. Leading us round full lap 2. Ace Killer and Your Vater making a nice little BMW sandwich here. Closing up a little bit is Your Vater. But again, Ace Killer just hanging on to the back of Bondo there. A bit deep there for Ace Killer. Down to 0.6 of a second then. It's a tiny kick through there, Your Vater. Let's go and see what else is happening. Singularis then falls off the back of those 3 a little bit. 2.2 seconds back in 4th. Old Fiction pressing that Honda NSX then. 5th position on those hard tyres. He's got He's in a good position really. Everybody else in front of him has got to stop and he can just drive on through. Joe Benson has got to stop as well. He'll need tyres probably. Certainly need fuel by the end of this one. Pot should be able to finish the race as well. Unfortunately, Papa Fox is going to run out of fuel in a corner or two. Pockheim Vectra in 9th then, looking to finish the race on his half. Whitty out the pits on a fresh set of mediums. Piwo still parked up at the side of the track. Again, I'm not quite sure what's happened with him. I saw those two kind of pin you into the wall, Mark. After the overtake, just yeah, not cricket, as the phrase goes. So Ace Killer hot on the tail of Bondo. Your Veta's fallen off that fight a little bit. Everybody's tyres looking a little bit broken. Fuel might be a worry for one or two of these as well. Ace Killer's fuel looking very low compared to the two Porsches who are both sitting on a quarter of a tank here. Ace Killer on about an eighth of a tank, so I think he might have to do a little bit of fuel saving. He'll risk running out. It's going to be probably a position or two loss. He'll certainly lose it to Your Beta. He may well lose it to Singularis, depending on how much he's got to save. Keeping his foot in at the minute though, not backing off. I think Your Veta's tyres are just hurting him a little bit. I mean, everybody else's are looking very similar. I think Your Beta is just catching him out maybe. So Ace Killer's tank goes red then, and we are nowhere near the Dottinger Straight. Is he even paying attention? Just keeping himself within that second. It's not going to help him out though. Certainly not going to make it back to the pits with the fuel he's got on board. Still plenty of fuel on for Bondo, plenty of fuel on for Your Beta as well. Ace Killer, where is he? There he is. Almost as he gets onto the Dottinger Straight, he's going to pretty much run out. Halfway along this first little sector anyway, he's already in fuel save mode. Your Beta's all over the back of him. Maybe Your Beta will be nice and give him a little push up the road. I think he is helping him out a little bit. We'll see Your Beta peel out and go for the overtake at some point. There it is. Killer out of fuel now then. Look how quick he's falling down the order. See Singularis and Old Fiction come past him in a second. They've already passed him. And that's Ace Killer at the top of the hill there. So Bondo into the pits now. Your Veta into the pits now. Singularis follows them in. Ace Killer out of fuel, tyres dead. Oh, Old Fiction still. Oof. Always have to go through him. Old Fiction then stays out. Ace Killer into the pits. Ultimate Pot has got enough fuel to stay out as well. Tyres not looking too bad. Benson following him through, but he's got to stop for fuel. Way down for Potkind, a long way down for Whitty and Papa Fox, who again is out of fuel, and Piwo is still parked over at the side of the track. So all falling into Old Fiction's hands then. 9.9 seconds lead as we hit this last lap. He's got 1 lap old hard tyres on, plenty of life left in those. Plenty of fuel left in the tank as well. He's just got to hold on to it with those hard tyres. Again, they've got plenty of grip. Bondo then in second. Fresh set of boots on for him. Mediums he's chosen. Plenty of fuel on for the last lap. Potter McPot should have enough fuel. Don't quote me on that. In third. Mediums not looking too bad, but they will be hurting by the end of the race. Your Beta out on a fresh set of mediums as well. Porsches have looked pretty quick. So Potter might be under a bit of threat here for that third position. He's going to have to press that BMW with those worn tyres. Singularis in fifth then. Fresh set of boots on for him as well. Ace Killer, fresh set of mediums on, plenty of fuel. Joe Benson has gone for half a tank and a fresh set of soft tyres as well on that BMW. Hotkind has come out, a little bit of fuel on, no tyres. Whitty just comes in, Papa Fox still trickling round, and Piwo still parked up. Medium tyre is chopping into Old Fiction's lead though, from that 9.9 seconds is down to 7. Excuse me. Pot's another 9 seconds behind. Look at your Beta. Oh my days. Potter McPot may be doing a little bit of fuel saving himself. Might well be. Singularis not looking too far behind them either. He's also out on a fresh set of tyres, as is Ace Killer. He's a little further down the field though, 20 seconds back from Singularis. It's a long way to wait for him to catch up with that top bunch. Hotkind and Joe Benson bumper to bumper then. Whitty out full tank. He's not bothered with tyres for this last lap. Papa Fox is still cruising around lap 2, unfortunately. Pivo is still parked up. So still losing a little bit of time here, Old Fiction. Bondo visibly closer now, I can see him on track. With the second place man, you will just start to see the back end of Old Fiction. There he is. That gap still coming down, 3 seconds between them. Medium tyres really working then on this last lap versus the semi-worn hard tyres. Have they got to do one lap as well, these mediums? Oh no, Bondo! He's pushed it far too quickly around that turn. Got away with no damage, but he has lost a little bit of time in that hunt for the lead. He kept it out of the wall though. It did go into the wall, but he kept it out in terms of damage. So he lost about half a second. He gained a little bit back though. He is still bringing that time down between himself and Old Fiction. Still just under 3 seconds now. Still a bit of work to do though for Bondo if he wants that top spot. How's Old Fiction doing in terms of fuel? Not too bad. He is being closed up massively now then by the Porsche, just 1.7 seconds behind him. Slightly faster, grippier tyres. Oh! I was going to say, properly working, but nearly didn't. Still running out of corners now as well, Bondo. This little wiggle down here, the right hander up the hill and over, down towards the mini carousel, up towards the swallowtail, and then we are onto the Dottinger straight again. He is just within slipstream range though as we hit the brow of this hill. It's exactly where he needs to be, coming onto this Dottinger straight. Don't get any of these next corners wrong, just stay exactly where you are, Bondo. Don't go for the overtake just now, not the place to do it. around that turn, not quite able to get past Old Fiction straight away. Let's go for the move this time though. And Porsche gets itself into the lead of the race then. Old Fiction can't do anything. Slipstream not really helping him out. It's closing back up. He's going back for that move. Oh no, I wasn't even watching Bondo's fuel. Bondo is out of fuel. Old Fiction is going to take the win then in race 3. Your Vater is going to take that second position off him as well, I think. So it is going to be Old Fiction that takes the win then in race 3. Your Vater through to take second, but he does find himself with a 3-second penalty, so that should give Bondo that position back in the end, I think. Potter McPot will take 4th. Killer another 4 seconds behind him in the other Speed Team liveried BMW. There is Potter McPot just crossing the line, then Ace Killer runs out of fuel, wiggles himself up towards the line, then takes 5th. Singularis, lots of damage on his Porsche, will come home and take 6th though. Joe Benson through to take 7th. A little bit of off-roading just to finish the race off, why not? Hockind, still a tiny bit of fuel on for him, will take 8th. So, Whitty will take 9th, Papa Fox will take 10th, and Piwo, I assume, is still, parked at the side of the track. Unfortunately, we're not going to see either of those 3 cross the line, or maybe Piwo if he decides to stick his foot on the throttle. Keep it on Whitty, give him a few glory shots as he hits the Nottingham straight. Okay, maybe we won't keep it on Whitty then. There we go, results for race 3 then. So your Vater, he did hold on to that even with a 3-second penalty. Wow. Okay, so it was Old Fiction that took the win then. Your Vater stayed in 2nd place even with that 3-second penalty. Bondo taking 3rd, Potter McPot 4th, Ace Killer 5th, Singularis 6th, Joe Spencer 7th, Popkind Vectra in 8th, Whitty in 9th, Papa Fox 10th, Piwo in 11th, TTB Ross DNF along with DIA 3SP Mart and Marty 2010. So, one more race for you lot. Same again, reverse grid. Did you delete your comment, Mark? Yes, you did. I can still see it. Okay, 37 for last race. Long old time. Evening people, how are we all doing? Stay hydrated. Extreme Heroes in a Week. Are you back, are you, Mateus? I've still got another race, mate. Don't go anywhere yet. One more to go, my friend. No new drivers by the looks of it. No. So we've still got a Papa Fox. Refuel this time, Papa. Refuel. Okay. Old Fiction, we've still got Popkind, Singularis, Bondo, Potomac Pop, Pivo, Your Veta, Ace Killer, Witty, and Joe Spenson. So, the regulars, apart from Papa Fox. See how they get on in race 3. That's someone joining the room. R34 Skyline has joined the room. Okay. And now he's left the room. He might have come in and seen all the sort of letters assigned to the drivers' names, you know, the AS, the AS, the AS, blah blah blah. That might have scared him a little bit and left. He also might have joined the lobby, looked at the settings, seen there was no traction control damage on heavy and bottled it. Got a bit scared and left, maybe. Does happen. A lot of drivers, you know, they might join this lobby hoping it's bop on and everyone's got the, you know, similar setup, that sort of thing. No traction control, you know, allowing traction control so it's easier to drive. Nope. Not tonight, gentlemen. Come on, Witty. Finish a race. Come on, bro. All vote for Witty. We still got the same weather for, oh yeah, SO1 random. Okay. Ace Killer making that terrible mistake in race 1, sticking a set of wet tyres on in at the end of lap 2, hoping it was going to rain for lap 3. It didn't. It didn't even look like it wanted to rain. So his race went exactly as you can imagine. Okay, still a couple of minutes out then. Last one of the evening. Run out of things to talk about. But I am going to refresh and see 6 people watching, or 5 people watching, 3 likes. Come on. Damn you, still 3 likes. Oh, here we go then. Countdown being thrown up in the chat. If you hear some banging or some weird lights from over here, there's all sorts of fireworks going off tonight. Okay. Right then, here we go, final race of the evening. Let's see how they all get on with this one. Papa Fox, again, unfortunately, at the front of this race. Because he keeps forgetting to refuel. And he false started in race 3 as well, so it's not been the greatest of nights for him in terms of racing. Here we go then, red lights on already for this last race. That's a good start this time. Papa Fox gets away, Whitty lights the rears up. Papa Fox then leads us out, pulling a bit of a gap over. It's now Potkind who's actually managed to make his way past Whitty. Back through the field then, so Whitty's still holding third. Look at the cars bunching up behind him. Oh, where are you going, Joe Spencer? Look at the chaos in these first few turns. Come on, boys, you know you can't sort of go 3 wide through those turns. That's absolutely maniacal to do that. Look at the speed of that Renault. He is on a set of soft tyres, so he gets good pull out the corners, but he's going to blow those out pretty damn quick. Let's go and see what's happening up front. And Papa Fox then still leading. 1.5 seconds over Potkind. Big gaps already in this race. Nice Killer through to third, Potter McPot in fourth, Old Fiction fifth, Hero 6, Whitty in 7th, Singularis in 8th, Mondo 9th, Your Beta 10th, Joe Benson back on track in 11th. A little half a second penalty and a little bit of front end damage as well at the back of the pack at the minute. Top tip of the hard tyre this time. Papa Fox stretches that lead up front, 2.2 seconds now. Kind Vectra, goes a little bit deep there. Pushing that Porsche. Right at the rear end of Potkind Vectra, then the BMW. Ultimate Pot not too far behind either. Got Old Fiction under a bit of pressure from Piwo for that 5th and 6th place as well. Ultimate Pot having to take avoided action then. Oh, nearly all goes wrong for. Oh no, it's all going wrong for Piwo. Takes a void in action as Old Fiction nearly loses the Honda. And the Renault has to go on the grass to avoid taking himself or Old Fiction out. Unfortunately, it slowed him down enough for Old Fiction to regain that position. Oh no, there's Papa Fox. Crashed around that corner. Getting himself back up to speed though. It's taking him a little bit of time. He loses another position to Bondo. What a shame from the lead of the race for Papa Fox. So that drops Ace Killer into the lead of the race then. He's only got 3/4 of a second over Potter McPot. The 2 BMWs have got a little bit of time though between themselves and it's now Old Fiction. It was Potkind. Old Fiction has managed to get his way through. Piwo as well, looking for a way past Potkind in 4th. And does so. Look at the damage on those soft tyres already. Potkind, no! He's done the same thing, driven off track, picked up a little tiny bit of wheel damage as he did in the previous race. So top 4 all pretty close together. Vectra got a little bit of work to do if he wants to get back onto the rear end of that top 4. Hondo in 6th place. Can he close the gap back up? Now with Potkind having that tiny bit of damage, might just allow him to catch up. 4.2 seconds the gap there currently. Papa Fox then, after getting it all wrong halfway around this circuit, back on track in 7th, but an awful lot of damage on that Porsche. That's going to be slowing him down. Your Beta finds himself with a 3-second penalty. I think there was a little bit of contact somewhere between your Beta and Jose Benson. Jose Benson popping up in the chat apologising to your Beta, so there's a little bit of something going on. Singularis hanging on to the back end of these two at the minute, no damage on for him. Witty 4.6 seconds behind Singularis at the back of the pack. BMWs extend their lead again then. Oh, Ace Killer drives himself off track, gets dirty tyres. Potomac Pot slings his way around the outside. Ace Killer has to clean those dirty tyres off and quick get himself back in the slipstream, hang on to the rear end of Potomac Pot, keep him out of the sights of Old Fiction and Piwo as well. A little bit of a gap developed between these two as well, but I think that's down to Piwo's soft tyres. Struggling to get him round corners at the minute. He'll be thankful for a pit stop at the end of this lap. This Killer drives off track again through the swallowtail. Loses a massive amount of time and speed to Potomac Pot, puts himself directly in the fiery line of Old Fiction. Does run quick. Look at this, 188 miles an hour, flicking to 189 miles an hour. Fastest car on the circuit I've seen. It's closing up with Potomac Pot as well, down at 1.2 seconds, 190, 191, 193, 194, it just tips over. Closing up on Potomac Pot then as they come into the pits. In then, Old Fiction in, Ace Killer in, Piwo in, Popkind Vectra stays out. Bondo's got it all wrong somewhere, so he's lost a couple of positions. Excuse me. Stays out himself. What are you doing? Get in the pits, Papa Fox. God damn. He's done it. Get some fuel in that car. Jose Benson in this lap as well. Singularis bypasses the pit, so he stays out. Drops himself into third. Jose Benson, where's your Beta? Has he just left? Witty's in the pits now as well. Yes, he has. So, the drivers that haven't stopped then continue through. Popkind now leads the way, 2.6 seconds from Bondo. Bondo in second now. Big gap back to Singularis, nearly 20 seconds. Medium tyres will be screaming out to be changed at the end of this lap though. Potomac Pot back out the pits then. Full tank, fresh set of mediums on board for him. He's only in fourth. The driver's not too far behind him. Your Beta then, who didn't stop on the semi-warm set of medium tyres, half a tank of fuel. He'll stop at the end of the next lap. Got Ace Killer for company as well, so he's been in as well. Full tank of fuel, fresh set of medium tyres on for him. Old Fiction has been in, he's gone for the hard tyres again, going for that 2-lap strategy on the hards. Full tank of fuel, Piwo, medium tyres, full tank of fuel. Jose Benson has gone for the hards and a full tank. Papa Fox back out, fresh set of softs. They're never going to last you 2 laps. Going to have to come in at the end of this lap as well, but it'll be a lot quicker of a stop. He won't obviously have to take on board fuel, but his tyres will be screaming out to be changed at the end of this lap. And Witty back out of the pits as well, full tank and a fresh set of mediums on board for him. So still with Popkind leading. Bondo has closed that gap down on Popkind massively though. All over the back of the first place driver. Just have to back off the throttle, nowhere for him to go through those corners. Got to be careful he doesn't outbrake Popkind and end up in the back of him. The tyres might just catch you out. Neck and neck then, half a second between them, nobody in sight behind, 20.6 seconds back to Singularis. Bondo to go. You might have a go after this next right-hander. So through this left, through to the right. Can carry the speed. Oh, Vectra! It gets it all wrong, maybe just trying to stay out of the way, I don't know, but just opens the door up for Bondo to come through, so he drops himself into the lead of the race then for the time being. Again, still got to stop at the end of this lap. Vectra stays on track, holds on to that second position, keeps 20 seconds ahead of Singularis as well, although that is falling now. Pot Ace Killer, bumper to bumper again, 4th and 5th, and everybody in front of them has got to stop. Your Vater will, yeah, he's got to stop as well at the end of this lap. Piwo is running to the end, I think. Fiction running to the end. No, Piwo, I don't know if Piwo's got enough fuel on, he might have to come in for fuel. Papa Fox in 9th on that soft tyre. Plenty of fuel on this time around. Witty then still at the back, unfortunately, but not looking too bad at the minute. And unfortunately, we've already lost Joe Spencer. He's decided he's not finishing this race either. Look at the time Bondo's pulling over Popkind. 4 seconds lead. Is taking chunks of time out of him, but he's still a long way back. 16.8 seconds, it was 20. Unfortunately, on those Ward mediums, he's going to have to contend with these two closing up on him. These 3, in fact, Potomac Pop, Ace Killer and a Piwo. Now, looking at the 2 BMWs in front, they've got just under 3/4 of a tank on. In terms of fuel, medium tyres looking pretty good as well, coming towards the end of lap 2 here, whereas Piwo behind them is down to about, what's he, about 3/8 of a tank. Tyres still looking good, but he will have to stop, I think, at the end of this lap. Vater in 7th. A little bit of damage on those hard tyres, not looking too great now. Old Fiction in 8th. Hard tyres still looking great. He'll be running to the end. Papa Fox in 9th, but those soft tyres desperately wanting to be changed at the end of this lap. And Witty, he'll have to come in for fuel as well at the end of this one. So Bondo just hits the Dottinger straight now then. 6.5 seconds ahead of Popkind. Top 3 drivers have got to come in the pits at the end of this lap. Singularis 15 seconds back from 1st and 2nd, but he has got a big pile of cars chasing him down now. He's got Potomac Pot, Ace Killer and Piwo very, very close to him. Potomac Pot within slipstream range, Ace Killer within slipstream range of Potter. Both of the BMWs are going to be closing up on Singularis. Whether they're dragging the Renault along for the ride, I don't quite know. I can't. Is that the Renault going for a move on Ace Killer? Not too sure here, but Piwo's got to come in the pits at the end of this lap. Yeah, the Renault carrying all sorts of speed, similar to the NSX, but again, he's got to come in the pits. That's Singularis. Bondo already in. Popkind comes in. Oh no, Popkind. No, Popkind's done. His race is done. So Potomac Pot goes through. Let me change that camera angle up. Ace Killer goes through, looking to finish this last lap then. Bondo still in the pits, taking on board fuel. Gets released now, 74 litres of fuel on board. Fiction just coming across the line then. Gets out. Bondo just gets out in front of him. Singularis still taking on board fuel. Piwo still taking on board fuel. Your Vater, Papa Fox witty, and unfortunately we've lost a Potkind Vectra because it has denied him entry into the pits. Looking good for a 1-2 with the BMWs at the minute. Bondo opting for the medium tyre for this last lap. I would have stuck a set of softs on and pressed them to death to try and close the gap up on the BMWs. They will do a lap, the softs, but they don't like doing a full lap. Old Fiction then 6.1 seconds, 6.2 seconds behind Old Fiction. So quick in a straight line, the Honda, maybe not as quick around some of the twisty turnies. Singularis, fresh set mediums, but there's a big pile of light on the back end of his car. There he is, Pivo, out of the pits then. He's gone for a full tank of fuel and a fresh set mediums already. Oh, Pivo hot on the tail of Singularis. Looking for the overtake on him then, running down towards the hairpin. To go though, Singularis puts that car in the perfect position. Pivo just has to hang about in the background. Again, difficult to overtake down here as well, through foxholes. Pivo actually having to back off the throttle through some of these straights. Otherwise he's going to be crashing into the back of Singularis, just being held up a little bit then really. Don't get me wrong, Singularis still got 18 seconds in front to Old Fiction, so it might still be a tall order for Pivo, although that Renault is running pretty quick, but so is Old Fiction's Honda. It is in a straight line anyway. He loses time to Bondo, 12 seconds behind him now. Let's see where they are up front. Potter then still leading, but Ace Killer right there with him. 6.1 seconds back, trying everything he can in that Porsche. He's slowly closing up. It is a fresher set of medium tyres he's rolling with. He's definitely getting closer. A tiny bit more fuel on than the two BMWs. Get down to 3.3 seconds then. There we go, the BMWs through the left. Get down to 2.2 seconds. Keep it on the grey stuff, Bondo. Look how close he is now to these top pair. 1.5 seconds behind him as they hit the carousel. Just saving a bit of fuel around that midsection. Are they going to ramp it back up now? They've got pretty much, they've actually got more fuel on board now than the Porsche, so I think they have been doing a bit of fuel saving versus the Porsche. Now maybe when they get onto these next few corners they start turning it back up. Whether they are able to pull the gap from Bondo is yet to be seen. Can the Porsche get the two BMWs these last few corners before the dotting a straight, or has he just got to stay there and hang about? There's a little look at Ace Killer. Top three then. What is there? Just 0.6 of a second between them. He goes up the inside, has a little look, not quite enough space for him to have a look there. Ace Killer would have had the advantage coming into the next part of that corner. Again, nowhere really for him to go through here. A bit of rubbing coming through those corners, but as to be expected, you can't really go too wide through there without a tiny bit of contact. You can see how much speed that Porsche is carrying as it catches up to the back end of Ace Killer. almost gets a move on him around there as well. Not quite able to, still has another look up to the mini carousel, slams the brakes on way later, slings himself up the inside, gets himself into second position, 1.1 seconds behind Potter McPot. Potter McPot has dipped himself off the track, and that gives Bondo the lead. He's just got to hope he doesn't run out of fuel up this long straight. Potter McPot then, still plenty of fuel on, as has Ace Killer, but Bondo might run out of fuel. The press to close up with the two BMWs might have just cost him the win. Yep. Coasting over the brow, just trying to save as much as he can. Nope, that's it. Give it 3 seconds. Boom, that's it. His throttle goes red. He can't accelerate anymore. He's just coasting as he loses speed. Last couple of corners to go though. BMWs squeezing their way through, or trying to. Again, Bondo cannot accelerate. Potter McPot. The foot on the throttle. Does Ace Killer do it? Yes, he does. Just. So Potter takes the win in race 4. Ace Killer comes home to take second by the skin of his teeth. Bondo takes third, unfortunately, just running out of fuel then, running up that back straight. Old Fiction coming home to take fourth. Piwo out of fuel, but takes fifth. Your later round that last turn. He comes home to take sixth position, literally just runs out of fuel as he does so. Singularis through Animal Garden, Anthony's Beach. Last corner of him, loads of fuel on for Singularis. Comes home in seventh, Papa Fox. Yes, Papa Fox. He's finished a race. His tyres don't like him, but he has finished a race. Papa Fox then takes 8th. Witty, unfortunately, I don't think we're going to get to see finish another race here. One day, Witty. One day. No problem, Potkind. No problem at all. Right, you Ringcalf lot. Give Witty some lessons, proper lessons. Don't just stick him in a race and tell him to race. Help the brother out. Let's get him to finish a race. Why won't it let me? Yeah, we need to give Witty some lessons. Get him driving. Help him out. Potter McPot then taking race 4 win. There are the official results then for that last race. So Potter McPot taking the win. Ace Killer second. Bondo third. Old Fiction fourth. Piwo in 5th. Your Beta 6th. Singularis 7th. Papa Fox in 8th. Witty taking 9th. Potkind DNF'd. And Joseph Benson DNF'd. In fact, has Joseph Benson finished a race tonight? I don't know if he has. Anyway, that's it for tonight, people. I hope you liked what you watched. Same time, same place next week. We are back tomorrow night. I did lie to you last week. The Sunday stream starts tomorrow. Oh yeah, kind of got that one wrong. So that's going to be 9 o'clock Sunday night. It is GT3 class cars again. Any European GT3 car. That's anything you want. That's tomorrow night, and then same time, same place next week, Saturday night, 8 o'clock for Ringcalf. So Ringcalf Saturday night, 8 o'clock. P1 GT3s on Sunday night at 9 o'clock. That's what we've got lined up. Outside of that, people, that's pretty much about it. I hope you've liked what you watched. If you have, like, comment, subscribe, but most of all, tell your mates and tell your mums. My name's Dark Smoker. I'm out of here.